I got up early on the morning of November 17 to get dressed and then packed, and by 6 o'clock I was all ready to leave my hotel room. Now that my mess is no longer scattered all over, let me give you a quick tour of my hotel room at Yellow Star Hotel Gejayan in Yogyakarta. I came here to present an academic paper at the ASEAN Eco-Critical Conference, and I already have a playlist for that on my channel, which I will link in the description box. Here I am in my airplane traveling outfit, warm and comfy and ready to layer. And over there is my stuff ready to go. And this bathroom actually has one wall made entirely out of clear glass with an optional shade cover, which of course I kept down the whole time I was here because otherwise it was creepy. Hello. I booked this hotel via booking.com because it was one of the handful of hotels that was recommended by the conference, but they are not in partnership or collab. I picked this because according to Google Maps, this was about 5 minutes away from the university where the conference was to be held, and turns out it's even less than that. Our Grab car rides always took only 2 to 3 minutes, and so the fare was super cheap, and I even got to share my rides with Thomas, and once we also took Krista with us. All in all, I've had a very comfortable, quiet, and safe stay here. My only problem was that the internet connection wasn't good at all, which I mentioned in a previous vlog. I was in room 703 and Thomas was over there at room 705, but he has already checked out on the previous day to take the train to Jakarta and then take his flight to Manila from there. Here's the small but very nice lobby of the hotel. I really like this mural. It's very quirky. My experience in booking car rides from this hotel using Grab was always very quick, and all of the drivers were very nice and they do speak and understand very basic English. Now it's more than an hour's ride to the Yogyakarta International Airport, so I just used the time to check my emails for work on my phone because this whole time I was on leave only from one employer. With my other two employers, I was not on leave, and I did ask one of them if I should go on leave, but they said just work on what your immediate supervisor tells you to work on, submit that on time, and we're good. And that's what I love the most about being a digital nomad. The only employer that I have a fixed schedule with is the Language Academy based in Japan, because of course all classes are scheduled. But that's just 2 days a week. So now I am already inside this airport, the same one that I arrived in 6 days prior on the afternoon of November 11, but I was not able to hang around then. This is my first time to notice how beautiful this airport is, how clean and how nice it smells. Those are the counters for AirAsia, and they were still closed when I got there. I was hoping to do the bag drop early so that I can walk around without my large suitcase, but that's okay. Now it's time to look for a nice place to get breakfast. I ended up at Solaria and ordered a nasi goreng seafood and an avocado juice. The food in this airport is super cheap compared with the food at the Kuala Lumpur Terminal 3 airport. And this restaurant is nice too. Nasi goreng, seafood, avocado juice, and here I am trying to upload one vlog to my YouTube channel using my own pocket Wi-Fi with a local SIM because there's still some data left in it anyway, and it expires in a few days. After some amount of waiting in the restaurant, the counters finally opened for AirAsia and I was able to do my bag drop, and then I could walk around inside the airport. That looks like a really good leather place, and I could smell the leather from here, but I had very little money left, and I already had a full grain leather backpack anyway at home that I have not used for years. Video about that will be on my channel, but if you are ever in here, you might want to check this out. This airport really is so beautiful. And it was a good trip. I achieved all of my goals for the trip. The conference was very fulfilling and very productive, and I was able to widen my academic network a little bit and got more options for my future PhD and my future digital nomad visa. Hopefully, I was able to see old friends and make new ones, and I got to go on walking tours. I was able to film enough good material for my YouTube channel, and I was able to get my usual workload done, surprisingly. After that security check, I ended up here, which is just more shops, but very, very nice. This is not yet the pre-boarding area. Actually, this is just another waiting area before we go into the pre-boarding area. I found another restaurant to sit in and eat while continuing the uploading of my YouTube video. By the way, we can totally close our laptops during the uploading. That will not cancel the process. Next time we open up our laptops and connect to the internet, the uploading will just pick up where it was paused. This snack I ordered was absolutely awesome. It's baked candied bananas that are very soft and warm and topped with shavings of chocolate and cheese. We do not have this in the Philippines, and we absolutely should. At some point, the national anthem of Indonesia came on and people stood at attention, so I did the same. Okay, now this is the way to the actual pre-boarding area. This is another security check, but just look how pretty everything is. And finally, this is the pre-boarding area. I just needed to get closer to where my gate is. In the pre-boarding area, there are some tables along the glass walls where I once again stayed to continue uploading my YouTube video. And finally, at around 11:30, it was time to board the plane.
At the moment, we're just waiting for the documentation from our immigration and customs to be cleared out prior to our pushback. We'll be pushing back on time today. Thank you for listening. Do enjoy the flight.
Again with a pre-booked meal just in time for lunch, and again with my little travel hack of using a bag strap as a foot hammock during the flight. I have a video short about this which I will link down below. This is Kuala Lumpur Terminal 3 where my layover is. Incidentally, on this very same day, my son was also in Kuala Lumpur for a work-related thing. He was here for about a week, and I did contact him during my layover just to say hi. I knew he was staying at a place that's kind of a long way from here. The first time we both were in Kuala Lumpur was in June of this year. I have a playlist about that which I will also link down below. And here are the booths for purchasing all kinds of SIM cards, local SIM cards, multi-country SIM cards, traveler SIM cards, electronic SIMs, and so on. And here are the usual airport shops. I've always been intrigued by the Sony over-ear headphones, but they're just too expensive and too bulky to pack for travel, in my opinion. And here we are at the pre-boarding area. This airport is a little more crowded because Kuala Lumpur is the capital of Malaysia, so a lot of people come here and even more people go through here. So of course it's crowded. It's crowded, but it's still so pretty. I found a nice deep soft sofa and once again continued the uploading of my YouTube video, which was finally completed after a short while. All checks complete, no issues found, so I could finally press publish. And this particular video is vlog 116. Now you all know that it was uploaded from 2 different countries. The internet connection was also very strong here, so I was also able to get some work done, but after a while I had to charge my laptop, so I placed my bag over there on that table where the charging ports are. But after those people left, I went over to take a stool. Now the ports here are universal, so I did not need the travel adapter. They look like that. All plugs from all countries should fit, and I'm assuming that those are all dual voltage. But next to me was a woman charging her phone, and she still has all of her 3 travel adapters connected to her cell phone charger. I just found that so comical, like a cartoon because of the configuration. She probably felt that she had to do that so she will not lose any of her adapters, but the appearance the appearance of that is very cartoon like. So that really cheered me up. The bathrooms here have one stall for a squat toilet that some people prefer. And finally, I am on another plane, which is the last flight of my trip, this time to Pasay in Metro Manila. This was actually a good omelette meal, or perhaps I was just too hungry and tired and sleepy. We touched down in Pasay at a few minutes past 1 o'clock in the morning, went through immigrations, and then I got reunited with my checked luggage. And then I went to the Grab pickup area, booked a car, got into the car, and finally I am back in my brother's family's home in Quezon City. I am grateful, very grateful to have been able to go on this trip somehow without a sponsor, and super grateful for my brother and his family for always letting me crash in here anytime I need to. It was a really good trip.